Hey everybody, John Sewell and Gamer.com. We are testing out DPS's Phantom base application. This is what they're claiming to be a one and done wax solution, meaning it should replace ski and snowboard waxes of all temperatures. So the idea here is for $100 you get a kit. It comes with part A, part B, 2 packets of each, because usually you have 2 skis, and you apply part A, you let it set in the sun for 3 hours, clean up a little bit, apply part B, let it sit in the sun for 3 hours again to permeate the base, and then you take this really cool tool they provided, a cork on one side, and you aggressively rub it into the base for 4 minutes per side, and then you do the brush and create grooved patterns for the snow to channel through safely. So, all that on paper. Some pluses. It's supposed to last indefinitely. You would do a stone grind to reactivate it, and works in all temperatures. And what I was most intrigued about was for backcountry travel, skins won't stick to the board as much. So that's all on paper. My experience over the last week and a half of using this, I'll start off at the beginning. Get the package from DPS. I apply it to the base. So took the board, put it in the clamps right here. Took a Swix base cleaner. You can do whatever kind of cleaner you want. I just happen to have Swix on hand. Aggressively removed all remnants of wax. Took a wire brush to it. Made sure there's no remnants of any wax whatsoever. So the part A, I put a packet on one and a packet over here, and you kind of glide it in with this little foam application pad they provide, and then let it set in the sun for 3 hours to cook into the base. The problem is, we don't get a whole lot of sun. Like right now, it's middle of the day, and the sun is over there, so it's not overhead. So not a lot of direct sunlight to cook this. So I found it took more than 3 hours for part A to permeate the base. So now it became a 2-day job. So bring it inside last Monday night, and then put it back out there in the morning on Tuesday morning. Made sure part A was in there, wiped it up with some paper towels, cleaned it up, applied part B. Pack it over here, pack it over here. Again, same foam application process. Wear the gloves they provide 3 pairs of gloves. I wear those. And again, it took, I feel like, more than 3 hours. And I'll put a picture below of what it looks like. It beads up kind of like a Nick wax would do to your waterproof garment. And so I wasn't too sure if even part B had permeated the base yet. But it was a full day in the sun here in Denver, end of January. So temperatures, as you can see, probably in the 30s, maybe 40s. And again, I'm working with the sun that's all the way over there. So if you have a shop with a UV lamp or something, that would probably be ideal. Speed the process up exponentially. But again, I had the sun as much as possible. So that's how much sun I had. Cooked it in there. And then wiped off what I could. And then final part is take this cork right here, aggressively rubbing it into the base. I said 2 minutes per ski. Wire brush. Whoosh, whoosh, nice long strokes. And that is to help create the channels for the water, the snow, to channel correctly. How's it really work though? So I took the board up to a favorite backcountry spot here in Colorado, about 30-degree slope, on a powder day. Very risky move. We haven't had many powder days, so fully trusting that this would work great. To be honest, I was pretty disappointed. It took a lot of momentum to get the board going. It would catch quite a bit, even though the snow was very dry, very, very light and fluffy. So that was kind of a bummer. Got a few runs in. I got to a more flat section where snowmobiles and the snowcat travels, and I took the board and I just kind of rocked back and forth, like scooched, for 15 minutes straight, and then I did it this way too for another 15 minutes. I had to have weirded out everybody walk by. But my goal was to try and get this wax treatment, or the Phantom, to permeate the base and fully impregnate and function the way it should. To DPS's credit, they do mention ideally you should take the board or ski to a resort and get a full day of riding in to activate the product. I don't ride resorts, so this is what I have to work with. Maybe you have similar experience where you don't ride resorts either. So for what it's worth, I would do it on a warm day or a not powder day to get better mileage out of your experience. But I went back to the same aspect, the same slope, 4 days in a row. Repeated the process as much as possible, and then added the control of freshly factory waxed, never summer split board, a powder board. And of course it performed out the gate way better than this guy did. But over the course of the 4 days, it started to level off. The factory wax started to wear off, as all wax does, and this guy consistently got a little better, to the point where it's pretty close. So that's the benefit of the Phantom in the long run, is hopefully it stays consistent across multiple temperature ranges and very low maintenance. But for what it's worth, I think properly waxed factory wax or properly cold wax for that day, or even a warm wax for a spring day, this board will perform better, but only for however many runs or however many days. This will be consistent, ideally consistent, over the course of the whole season or lifetime of the ski or snowboard. I can't comment on that because I've only got a week and a half on it, but that week and a half I did see a lot of change. And so I think it might be a pretty good application for probably like rental fleets or even for manufacturers of skis or snowboards to put in the boards or skis prior to shipping as an extra perk for people who maybe don't want to wax. Personally, I like waxing. I find it very therapeutic and zen and find the right temperatures and all that, but maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to do a one and done. If that's the case, one and done with the Phantom. Make sure you do a resort day first, and then you should be pretty good to go. Anyways, your mileage may vary in many different situations, and of course I could have done user error on my part applying the Phantom, so keep that in mind. But if you have any questions, drop us a line. It's at SeanSewell@thingearment.com. Hope you found that helpful. This has been the DPS Phantom base treatment review. Take care.